Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll know that I've kind of been battling some allergies, congestion. My voice has come and gone these past couple of days, so yesterday I could hardly talk at all. I actually took a vow of silence and I didn't speak just to kind of rest my vocal cords. And today I sound a lot better. I'm still not like at 100, but it's getting there. I don't know, I'm just dealing with it, but hopefully you guys can still hear me and this doesn't sound too awful. Aside from that, let me talk about what this video is going to be about. So it's going to be a little bit of a chatty video, and it's going to be on a subject that I feel kind of still needs a little more light shed on it as far as information. So this video is going to be why the hype isn't worth it when it comes to strobing. And what I mean by that, and first off, let's just begin with saying what the heck is strobing. I'm sure you all have seen pictures of this by now. Let me pull it up here. Okay, so it's this one right here, Kim Kardashian with her getting ready to contour, and then this one that's supposed to demonstrate what strobing is. So what strobing is essentially is pretty much just skipping any kind of contouring, no more bronzing in certain areas of your face, no more of the cream contouring and sharpening up features and stuff like that. What strobing is pretty much overloading your face with highlight and only putting it on the natural high points of your face, and that's basically it. Nikki Tutorials did a tutorial on how to strobe. I hope that's the right terminology, how to strobe. I think she did an awesome job demonstrating it and how to apply it and how to do the strobing technique. So I'll link her video down below if you guys want to check that out. So all it is basically applying highlight, and by highlight I don't mean like concealer highlighting, which goes along together with cream contouring or powder contouring. It's basically adding shimmer powders. So what are shimmer powder highlights? That can be anything. You guys see me use all the time the balm from Mary Luminizer, this one here. It can be anything that has a high shine on it, such as this highlighting powder from Bobbi Brown. Cream to powder kind of highlights. This one I use also a lot is the Spoon from ColourPop Cosmetics, or something very subtle as well, such as the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Skin Liquid Lighting. I just want to clarify something first. I'm no way knocking the trend or anybody who's into it by all means, because it does look really nice and beautiful. You look very dewy, very fresh. I mean, it's something very different as opposed to the contouring trend that's happening right now. So this is not me trying to take a jab at it or trying to knock it down or anything like that. But what I want to clarify is why you shouldn't kind of shift your change into strobing, and why you really shouldn't say bye to contouring, and why contouring is not out the window. If you were to go online right now and Google strobing, I guarantee you're going to find pictures of supermodels doing the strobing technique or showing off the strobing technique. Why not see someone like an average woman, you know, the average everyday woman showing it? So keep in mind here, supermodels always have strong bone structure. So they can skip the contouring in reality because their bone structure and features are already so prominent that strobing is just adding that little extra something to them. Now, if you were to take the average woman or someone who doesn't have strong bone structure and they were to just do strobing, it's not going to look as hot. Not to say it's not going to look good, because, I mean, it can look good, but you're going to see the difference of how it doesn't look as strong on someone that maybe has softer features as opposed to someone that has strong features or a strong bone structure. And as a makeup artist, I tell my clients this all the time, and when I'm giving a class or something, or I'm teaching somebody about contouring and highlighting, I'm not adding this product onto your face because I'm saying you need it, because that's not it at all. The whole reason why I'm adding all of these products to your face is because I know it's going to last all day. It's calling for photography. It's going to soften the natural look of your skin. And my main goal as a makeup artist is not to, you know, transform someone's face or to, you know, make them look like a totally different person. Honestly, my goal is to just really make people feel a whole lot better about themselves. And I know I always get hit with this, and it really, I don't want to say it hurts my feelings, but I kind of just wish people wouldn't see it in this way, that, well, you know, you shouldn't need makeup to feel better about yourself. Okay, well then, You know, you shouldn't have to, you know, lose weight to feel better about yourself either. You know, you shouldn't brush your teeth to feel better about yourself. You know, the whole, you know, idea of makeup is not to make yourself feel better because you have a mask on or a shield on. That's not the whole point of it. You know, I want someone to feel better about themselves because maybe they're seeing themselves in a different light that they've never seen before because of makeup. You know, and you shouldn't feel bad to say that you like the way you feel with makeup, because that's what it's made for. It's made to make you feel extra special. So, you know, to knock down the whole makeup thing and how it actually deteriorates someone's self-esteem is so off. You know, one, makeup's fun. I mean, that's why I always tell people too, don't ever feel like, you know, you need to follow all these rules or you're doing something so wrong and stuff like that. In all honesty, if you feel good about yourself, like if you are so much more confident with that wing liner or with that contour, then by all means, don't let anybody else tell you that you shouldn't be doing it, because it's your face. You do what you want with it. So, and that's another thing too. Like I just mentioned, you know, these pictures of strobing, they're showing these supermodels or these models or people on the runway or these photographs, and they already have such strong bone structure, so they've skipped out on the contour for the best of our knowledge, because we could just be saying that or thinking that because we're searching strobing, but maybe they do actually have contour on and we're just being, you know, gimmicked into this trend. You know, if you get someone that doesn't have strong bone structure and then they decide to try the strobing trend and they don't like the way they look with it, then that might make them feel bad that like, oh man, like I'm so, you know, ugly with just strobing, like I guess I can't pull it off like these other girls. And then that's where it kind of comes in, where like now that's going to deteriorate someone's image of themselves and maybe their confidence a little bit. So that's why I don't like to ever say, or I don't think it should be said, that contouring is just going to be a thing of the past, because in reality it's not. You know, it still calls in photographs and stuff like that, especially when you're not dealing with someone, or especially when you're dealing with someone who doesn't have that strong bone structure. And just because you don't have strong bone structure doesn't mean you're not naturally gorgeous. I mean, that's not it at all. Every face is different. You know, bone structure is not going to determine how beautiful you are. You know, it's aside from that. You know, this is more on the professional side of things as a makeup artist, and what artists are seeing, and photographers, and, you know, people that are, you know, envisioning, you know, what they want for this photo shoot or whatever it may be, or someone on her wedding day, how she wants to appear in her photos. You know, it's not about that. It's more about, you know, what I need to do as an artist, or, you know, what you need to do if you're doing your own makeup yourself, you know, to make sure that every angle is going to look good. You know, your makeup's going to last all day in all different types of weather conditions and stuff like that. There's so much more to it than just the look of it. So I think that's one thing that people really need to understand as well. So another thing too, some misconceptions about strobing and kind of the arguments people are putting up as to why it is better than contouring. I just kind of want to go over those really quick. So one of the things that I'm hearing a lot is that it's making you look younger, like it'll make you look younger or more youthful. I get what people are saying with that. In all honesty, if you have dewier looking skin, yes, you will look more youthful, but that doesn't mean that you should cut out the contour. Keep in mind that highlighting, any type of highlighting that you do, whether it be shimmer or cream or powder, whatever it may be, it's going to enhance any flaws. And I hope I'm making that clear. So let's say you have more mature skin. You're starting to get a little bit of fine lines around the eye area, you know, or maybe around the chin, around the forehead, you know. It's common, it comes with age, you know, it's about accepting it. But let's say you want to try the strobing trend. Unfortunately, the minute that you're going to layer on highlight over those areas sensitive to skin that's lost its elasticity, it's going to appear more obvious now. So no, it's not going to make everybody look younger. It might make them appear maybe even older than what they are. If you try to do it under the eye area in the inner corner or in the center of the lid, it may not look right. So that's one thing that I think everyone needs to keep in mind, that it's not going to necessarily make everyone look younger. It could do the exact opposite. So kind of going back to how highlighting is going to bring out some obvious flaws, another thing is that if you have acne prone skin, again, Anytime you're going to lay over a shimmer product and it's reflecting, it's going to make the texture on your skin more obvious. When I'm dealing with clients that have problematic skin or acne prone skin, maybe they have a few breakouts here and there, I'm very careful as to where I'm putting the shimmer highlight on them, because I know that anytime you put shimmer highlight on texturized skin or on, you know, a blemish, it's going to make the bump appear larger. Think about when you're in a pool and you put your hand underneath the water or any kind of body part. Why is it that now it looks larger? Or even when you put a spoon behind the glass or anything behind a glass full of water, it looks larger, right? And I know that sounds really scientific, but think of it as that. That's the same thing as what highlights do. It reflects light, but it's also going to bring out features. It's going to, you know, make it more dominant, more visible, more obvious. So now we've narrowed it down to people who can use strobing and utilize it and it'll look awesome. Is now someone with strong bone structure, someone that doesn't have mature skin, someone that doesn't have acne prone skin. You can see that the list is now getting a lot smaller and smaller, as to where with contouring, anybody can do it. Or not do it, I should say anybody can use it and it's going to look okay. It's going to look alright. It's going to do what it needs to do. Oh, also another thing, for people who are very oily, this is going to make you look more oily. So keep that in mind. If you are very shiny in your T-zone and on your cheeks like I am, and you have larger pores, which is typical in people who have oily skin, this is going to make your pores look even larger. So again, now you've come down to someone who has strong bone structure, doesn't have mature skin, doesn't have problematic skin or acne prone skin or blemishes, and someone who is on the more normal to dry side. So yeah, the list is very narrow for those who can take full advantage of strobing. Another misconception is that people are saying it's better than contouring because, you know, your cream contour and highlight, it's going to melt off and stuff. Oh no, that is so far from the truth. I will say, if you are someone that lives in a humid area and you're only doing cream contouring and highlighting without setting it, I won't argue with that point. Yeah, unfortunately, your cream contouring and highlighting will probably melt off. I won't lie there. But again, my clients know this. I tell them this all the time. I myself live in an area where it's high humidity, high heat almost all year round. I myself have oily skin. So I don't do cream contouring and highlighting on myself on a daily basis because I have oily skin, because I may be out and about running errands, and yeah, it may not look the best after a couple hours of wear, but I do powder contouring and highlighting every day because powder is going to hold up so much better than cream for my oily skin. Now, another thing, all my clients, I tell them what I'm doing because they kind of start to wonder, wow, like, why are you using so much powder? I don't just cream contour and highlight my clients and leave them as is. I don't even do it and just put a setting powder on them. No, I've taken techniques, thank God, from Tamana from Just Your Face that has helped me so much in that when I cream contour and highlight somebody, I make sure to set each cream contour and highlight zone and the in-between zones with powders. And then I go over that with some more contour powders. You know, not a whole lot, but just enough to make everything come together. And yeah, it may look like a lot of product. And again, this is where I tell people, don't take it in an offensive way that I'm saying you need all of this to look good. You need all of this to make your makeup last long because one, if I'm getting a bride ready at 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna need to make sure that her makeup stays on point until maybe 3 a.m. into the evening at her reception. That's just the fact of it. That's just what this business is, what it calls for. So I assure you that if you set your cream contour and highlight right with powders, it's not going to become a big mess, even in heat or humidity. I promise you. I have had so many clients tell me that they are amazed at how long their makeup lasts. So those are just the facts of it. So my final thoughts on this whole strobing thing is, when I first saw these pictures of the strobing and everything, that first picture that I showed you here, I honestly thought it was some kind of marketing photo that maybe someone was trying to promote a product, like a highlighter product. It instantly reminded me of when the Unique mascara, the 3D fiber mascara came out. You saw all these photos and it was like also side-by-side comparison, or even just one picture of this girl with really nice lashes. And I remember it said, say bye to false lashes, you need to buy the 3D mascara, whatever, something like that. It was a way to market that product and to sell it. So when I saw this photo, that's exactly what I thought. I didn't take any consideration into it being an actual thing. I thought it was just somebody trying to sell the product, because even the photo itself looks very editorial. The girl has white eyelashes, for crying out loud. Like, I just feel like somebody took that off the internet and compared it next to Kim Kardashian in order to sell some kind of product. And maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe that's not what happened. Maybe this is something that, you know, people are just trying to shed more light on. So I think we all just need to recognize that trends in beauty come and go, as anything else does. So don't get so hyped up on the strobing trend or feel like you have to throw away all of your contour kits now, because that's just so not the case. Contour will remain here for a really long time. It's been used for ages and it'll continue to be used. That's just a little bit of my 2 cents on this whole strobing trend. And you guys, if you've tried it, the technique already, and you love it, like, embrace it. Do what makes you feel the most beautiful, you know? And if you've tried it and you absolutely hate it, then by all means, don't do it anymore. That's just kind of what I have to say. And a lot of people have already asked me what my opinion on it is, and so here it is. And yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I promise next week I'm going to put just tutorials up, because I know these past couple of videos have been very chatty. And hopefully my voice gets back to normal, so, you know, wish me luck on that. I'll see you guys in my next video.